good afternoon, good day, good morning, good evening. I'm not really sure what time it is, but welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and forest tree friends. Got a few things to get to today. Some fun stuff we got to touch on. It's been some crazy stuff going on, especially in tech. It was just me last week. Okay, I know my beautiful voice. You got to just hear it by itself. No one there to talk with me and discuss things. It's okay. It's okay. We're not going to cry about it, all right? But tonight, and this week, I got with me my great friend, Dakota, who is also known as Jehovah Thickness. My dude, how is you doing?
Sadu, it's going. Just playing some modded stuff, modded Minecraft. Found some zombies maps for Minecraft.
Oh, dope.
It's pretty dope. I'm telling you, if you ever get a chance, join in.
I might have to. I wasn't a big Minecraft fan when it came out, and still haven't been, but maybe there's time for me to still get into it.
Oh, there definitely is. And I've got MBT commands and things like that. It just makes it more chaotic, to say the least.
Gotcha. Today, also, I do want to let everyone know that Jack may or may not be popping by the podcast today.
Typical Jack fashion.
Yeah, typical Jack. He responded to my message because I was asking if he was up and ready. Because if you guys don't know this, but right now I'm currently recording this at 2:30 in the morning. Usually
how we do.
Yeah, that's how we end up doing it. That might be changing soon because I have an interview Monday, so we'll see how that goes. Now, Jack may be coming by, may not. We'll find out. Okay, it takes time. All right. So there's a few things. I don't know if you've watched it, but I'm a fairly big Star Wars fan. I like the majority of Star Wars movies, books, TV shows, comics. I really do like it. I enjoy it. I understand that episodes 1, 2, and 3 get a shitload of flack, but that's not really a problem for me. I did like those. They were enjoyable. I did like them. The only Star Wars movie that I did not like and have not liked and probably will never like, because there's probably only about 10, 20 minutes worth of stuff in there that I actually cared about, which was the Darth Vader scene. Spoiler alert. But if you haven't watched Rogue One, okay, I'm sorry. You're not missing out on anything. You're missing out maybe on 20 minutes of Darth Vader. That's pretty much it. I don't even think it's 20 minutes. I think it's more like 5 or 10, something like that. Anyways, that's the only thing I liked in that movie, dude. The rest of it was just annoying garbage that I totally didn't care for. It was actually boring. I actually got bored. I never get bored watching a Star Wars movie or a Star Wars TV show or even reading a Star Wars book. Dude, I got bored watching that movie. But anyways, nonetheless, I watched all of season 1 of The Mandalorian when it came out. As it was coming out and being released episode by episode, I watched it. The wife watched it with me. We loved it. We're both big Star Wars fans. Hell, our first date was Star Wars movie. That first one with where Rey was introduced. We showed up to the movie theater and blown up Death Star shirts that said "Epic Fail." It was matching shirts. It was bad, but we both watched it, and it is solid series. I would honestly put it at top tier, above all the movies and all the even Star Wars Clone Wars the cartoon. I would put it above that. Like, it is a phenomenal show. I loved it, dude. It's so good. And we got to watch the season 2 trailer, okay? Because we've been waiting so long, and it hurts to wait this long for it, okay? But we're waiting for it, and it's finally coming. And the trailer looked freaking awesome, like always. And I've got to look at behind the scenes on how the set's made and stuff, which is really badass, by the way. Some of the stuff they have going on, majority of it's not CGI, which is great. Obviously, there's some stuff that has to be CGI, like, of course.
Right.
But some of their landscapes and stuff is pretty badass. Anyway, so Mandalorian season 2 release date comes with the new episodes coming out October 30th, 2020. So basically, this is gonna be like before, uh, you know, before Christmas, before Thanksgiving, which is kind of nice, because it's gonna be releasing for however many episodes. I haven't really got to see how many episodes. Probably the same amount, 8 probably episodes in this season. I think that's how many was in the first season. So, maybe 8 weeks worth of stuff there. So that'll lead us all the way through the holiday season. So if we need to, we can always restart it and rewatch them. So that's amazing to me. I'm actually really happy to hear that right now because, well, it's awesome. I'm not really sure if you got to watch it or if you've watched it at all. I don't know.
Have not.
You have not. So I'm assuming it's because you don't have Disney Plus.
No, I don't have Disney Plus. I couldn't justify that expense for how little I watch movies within, that area.
Right. I feel that. Did he want to do the trial?
I was unaware that there was a trial.
Yeah. So most streaming services give you like a 30-day free trial. Like Netflix does it, Hulu does it.
I knew Netflix and Hulu and like Spotify and blah blah blah, but I didn't know that Disney Plus did it as well.
Oh yeah, they do it.
Heard that.
So if you want, my suggestion is if you have not done your free trial, or if you want to, you can keep making new emails just to get your free trials in, so you can watch your stuff. Do that, I guess. But no, Mandalorian is a solid show. It's one of those where I got excited the moment I heard that, season 2 is coming out next month. Like, that really blew my mind. I was so happy. Now,
do you watch crime TV by chance?
Crime TV?
Like
Cops?
Criminal Minds.
Oh, Criminal Minds, yeah. I mean, like, occasionally. So, it's been a while. I like it if there's nothing on, if that makes any sense. If all my series are watched or whatever, I'll turn that on. Wife watches it a lot more than I do, but no, I do like it. Criminal Minds, NCIS, stuff like that. That's actually some fairly good shows. Dexter.
So I have a series that I can recommend. It's called Blacklist on Netflix. Boy, I was actually supposed to be online playing with my buddies about 2 hours ago,
Rip.
But me and my girlfriend got caught up because the new season just dropped, and let me tell you, it threw us for a loop, and now we're mad.
Like some good cliffhangers and stuff in there.
Great cliffhangers, and then it gives you things that you think are the answers to the questions you have, and then a season later it's like, actually that was a complete made up story and that never happened, so you've got to wait another season to figure out what happened. It's so good.
Oh, that's actually amazing. Wow. Ah, jeez. You know what, I'll put it on my list to watch, because recently so I haven't been able to get the exact date of it, and I could be wrong. I'm sure I could just do a quick Google search and do some digging, but I don't know. Did you ever watch the show on Netflix called Van Helsing?
Van Helsing? I don't think I did, no.
Okay, so this is not going to spoil anything for you, but basically what it is it's a show and it's set during actually our time. I think it started, I think it started either set in 2016 or 2018 or something. Anyways, season 3 ends up in 2020, but basically it's about you're in apocalypse right now, or they're in an apocalypse. Okay, it's not nuclear and it's not zombie, so it's not like your normal apocalypse movie. This one is about vampires. So essentially, this is not going to ruin anything, so this is not a spoiler.
Okay.
You know, and I know, and everyone else knows, vampires can't go into the sun. Otherwise, they burn up and die unless you're, Robert Pattinson. So they die in sunlight. We know this. This is the tale that's old as shit. I mean, it's ancient. Okay, so they take this into account. And so they have it set up where this apocalypse never happened because there wasn't enough dark places for them to be. They couldn't be out during the day. So it just couldn't grow into this gross feeding frenzy of vampires everywhere turning people, stuff like that. Couldn't happen. Volcano explodes, covers the majority of the earth in ash. There's very few places left that you can go that's just pure sunlight.
Right.
And it's covered in ash. So then they just walk outside and realize, oh, I'm not getting burned. And they go on a crazy frenzy, turning people, drinking people. Those people are being turned. People being turned are going and eating people and stuff like that. So basically, turn into a vampire apocalypse. And at the beginning, there's first episode, I believe it's the second episode. There's this girl. Okay, she's trying to protect her daughter. So one of those crazy ass people, vampire things, barges into her apartment. She's protecting her daughter, and somehow the vampire ends up living, if I remember correctly. But she gets bit several times by this vampire. They're thinking this chick is dead when they get a hold of her. Then they find out she's alive, and she's healed and has no bite marks anymore. But she's in a coma. And so they have a Marine team, squad, whatever they call them. They have a set of Marines protecting her body.
So she's a coma chameleon.
Basically.
Heard that.
So basically, it's going off of it's taking tales from different things, but you remember the Van Helsing movie with Australian boy.
Yep.
Wolverine boy. God dang. How do I not remember Hugh Jackman? God. You remember that, right? Van Helsing.
Yeah.
You know, the family that goes and kills werewolves, vampires, demons, crazy stuff. Okay. We remember that. Well, it's going based off of that tale. But this time, Van Helsing, down the lineage, it's a generation where they were twin girls, and they're both Van Helsings, and they were separated. And so it's this crazy, like, basically it's this crazy fueled, action-packed, bloody, gory kind of. Okay, yeah, it's actually kind of gory. Bloody, crazy apocalypse with vampires, and this shit is crazy. And I mean, and you're like wondering the whole time, like, why is she not dead? Why did she heal? And you're like, holy shit, someone just bit her and he's throwing up blood. Why is he throwing up blood? And they thought he dies. And it's crazy as hell. I mean, it's some great shit. Like, if I go too much more into this, I am literally going to end up, like, spoiling the entire show. So I'm not going to go more into this. But
with shows that are really good, it's hard not to spoil them. That's why I left what I said about Blacklist at what I did, because I could have gone on for days.
Oh, God. I think I kind of spoiled a little bit by saying, you know, some dude bit her and started puking up blood. Anyways, I'm not going to go any more into that. But damn, it is one of those shows where it's a sci-fi series, so it was on Sci-Fi. For most people who have, I guess, like, it wouldn't be cable TV. I think it'd be cable TV, right? Not antenna TV. Sci-Fi is usually on cable TV. So if you have cable TV and you have Sci-Fi, it was made by those people. So the majority of their TV shows that they make are really, really bad. But this one's actually solid. I mean, such a good show. But season 4, the good news for us is season 4 does come out. That I know, from what I understand, my wife was excited, but season 4 comes out on Netflix next month. Damn, I got on a crazy tangent about that show.
You're good, man. No worries.
God, it just gets crazy in here, man. When you talk about stuff you're really passionate about, woo, it'll get you good on that one. Now, so, I mean, but yeah, anyway, so that's a great show. So if you haven't watched it, start watching it. It's amazing. It's great. It's got a great story to it. There's violence in it, blood, gore. It's basically all you want in an apocalypse movie about said zombie apocalypse. Also, speaking of zombies, actually, season 10 of The Walking Dead is out on AMC. Okay, you can watch it through their streaming service. That's what we've actually been having to do, because we weren't sure when it was going to come to Netflix, which it turns out it's going to be sometime next month as well. So a lot of shows are coming out in October. Downside, it's not going to have the normal amount of, um, I guess, episodes. So you're used to like 20 episodes in the series of The Walking Dead. Okay, that's what we're used to. That's what happens, every season so far. Due to coronavirus, it has changed that. So
Please refer to it as the Rona.
As the Rona. So the Rona has messed a few things up. And there's been some filming delays and filming problems, but 16 episodes are going to be available on Netflix sometime next month. It'll have to be after the season finale, which is going to be episode 16. It's technically season finale. It's technically not, if that makes any sense. Because, and I'll explain how that should make some sense to you. Because 4 more episodes will be coming out after for season 10. And if I remember correctly, they're supposed to be ending the Walking Dead series at season like 12 or something like that. It's supposed to stop with the Walking Dead, and then it's supposed to roll into their other shows like Fear the Walking Dead and like 2 other ones they have popping up. Hell if I know, dude. I mean, I'm just gonna watch The Walking Dead. I tried watching Fear the Walking Dead. That one was boring as hell. So, I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna stick with The Walking Dead. But anyway, so season 10 will be on Netflix sometime next month, sometime in October. I haven't been able to get an exact date. So, because it's been something about when the last one airs, I think it's like October 4th, the finale airs, and then that's when they can put it up on Netflix. Anyways, but yeah, so that'll be coming out with 16 episodes, and then there should be 4 more after due to Rona problems and causing production issues. Another thing that I'm really waiting on, which I haven't looked into much, been kind of waiting a bit. I'm waiting on season 2 of The Witcher. I don't know how many people have actually watched it. I know quite a few, several million at least. I know I've watched the entire series. It was damn good. I mean, if they hadn't have picked Superboy to be Geralt, my only other option or request would have been to have Mads. Forget his last name. I don't know how I forget his last name. Let me look it up. Okay. Oh, that's why I can't remember his last name, because I can't fucking understand it. He's Danish. Mads Mikkelsen, whatever you say it. But Mads would have been a solid Geralt. So, in all honesty, that would have been my thing to go to if they didn't pick Superboy. But no, I'm waiting on the second season of that. So if Dakota, if you haven't watched that season, I feel like you have, right?
Of what?
The Witcher.
I have not.
Are you shitting me?
I haven't watched The Witcher at all.
Okay. Fuck what I said about Van Helsing. Don't watch Van Helsing first. Go watch The Witcher, then you can watch Van Helsing.
Okay.
When you get time to it, and you can go and sit down on the couch and watch it, dude, just watch it. It is, oh god, it's such a great show. Short episodes, length, not short length episodes, but a short season, if that makes sense, kind of like The Mandalorian, because they're like hour-long episodes. Oh my god, they're so good. I'm sure you're not afraid of it, but there is nudity, there is cursing, and a lot of boobies.
I can't handle it.
I know, it was a rough time for me trying to watch it.
Keep it PG, okay?
Yeah, gotta keep it PG. You know, we gotta do the square polygon titties like in Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
It was great. Anyway, so one of the things that I wanted to talk on about some recent things. So last podcast, okay? Last episode, all right? Last episode we talked about it. It was just me, of course. So we, as in those who actually watched. Yeah. God bless. So Nvidia is probably screwed. So I told you guys in the last episode. So if you haven't watched the last episode, go watch it, please, because this will just be confusing to you. But I'm kind of I'm recapping anyways. Last episode I talked about never pre-order anything. Do not pre-order games. Do not pre-order graphics cards, CPUs, anything having to do with a computer. Do not pre-order consoles. Don't do it. Wait anywhere between 6 months to a year before you get it. Because you want other people to figure out the kinks and problems before you get it. Because you don't want a fucked item and then be stuck with it after you spent a shit ton of money. That's absolutely unacceptable. Okay? So if you were the one dumb enough, after I told you not to go pre-order shit and it turns out to being horrible and it took 6 months to a year to actually get it solid, I'm going to tell you right now, I told you so and I don't feel bad for you. Because companies get too hyped, they get people too hyped, and they do this way too often. People jump on it, they're excited. Thing is, you need to have a little bit of self-control, okay? I get it, some people are going to pre-order anyways, and that gives PlayStation an idea on how, or Xbox, or Nvidia, or AMD, or Intel, an idea on how their product is going to be in the market. But the fact of the matter is, they don't know anything from that. Because when you pre-order something and they get a shitload of pre-orders, they're thinking to themselves, man, this is going to be great. No, it's not. Because what they didn't find, right, during the testing phases, during the development phases and checking stuff out, you as the consumer, the everyday consumer, will figure it out. And that's
testing isn't, what's the word? It isn't thorough.
It's not thorough and it's not reliable.
By any means, because what they'll do is basically assemble the card, put it through a stress test, and that's it. And they'll make sure it runs a game, and they'll make sure it benches well, and that's all they'll do.
And then they'll post those numbers and be like, hey, look what this thing's doing. And you'll be like, oh man, that's badass. And you go to get it, and then maybe a day later, maybe a week later, but shortly, if not soon, you'll start seeing articles. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. It's kind of like the Xbox 360 thing. So you get the red rings of death. Each, like I explained in the last episode, each ring had its own specific problem. One ring meant one thing. It was like hardware, software, and then something was melting. Okay. It told you, it had those rings to tell you what was going on. Why? Because those Xboxes that were having those problems were shit Xbox 360s. Then they improved on the Xbox 360 so it didn't have those problems. And it took 6 months to a year for them to figure out what's going on and fix it. And so the problem is like Dakota was saying, they throw those benchmarks up there, get the numbers they want to see, they run it real quick, and they say, hey, look at it. It's great. It's a beast. It'll do what you need. No worries. No actual worries. Because pre-ordering stuff like that is not good. If they would thoroughly check stuff, okay, they would thoroughly check their items, so PlayStation, for instance, okay, let's use them as an example, okay, so the PlayStation 3, I almost said Xbox, God bless, I'm heated, so PlayStation, great example, PlayStation 3, I watched the PlayStation 3 go through 3 iterations of design, software, and hardware in just a year.
I have a specific spot in the hate portion of myself for the PS3 because so I work on them. That's where I started, was PS3s.
Yeah.
So I jailbroke them if people so wished. It wasn't hard to do and it paid pretty well. And I would fix them if a problem happened, like the Y-Law. The Y-Law, if you don't know what that is the most common problem with every PS3 on the planet, doesn't matter what iteration or model number you have. And it's basically the same thing as Nvidia did. They tried to cheap out on a component, and it ended up basically destroying the CPU and GPU of PS3 systems that weren't, that were used every day. After about a year or so, they just crap out on you, and you could either pay someone to fix it or send it to Sony. But those were your only options.
Yeah, and so it's like, and the problem is that these companies are going to get you these benchmarks But they've like Dakota's just said, okay, they will use the cheapest material they can get on certain items, what they can get away with. And then when it becomes a problem and people get really pissed, that's when they decide, we'll fix it and do a little more expensive item, and that items become cheaper then.
I would rather pay more for an item that works properly than less for an item that's going to crap out on me immediately.
Exactly.
Especially when it comes to a $600 graphics card, no thanks.
Yeah, if you're gonna be paying $1,400 for a fucking graphics card, that shit better be top tier material.
Another thing Nvidia really did fuck up on was the 2080 Ti's like $1,500 or so, and the 3080, which we'll just go with their benchmarks. They promised to be 40% faster, was a third of the price. They literally screwed anybody over who had bought a 2080 Ti ever, or especially in recent times.
Yeah, God, these companies, and it feels bad. And
Reset.
Yes, these companies come up with great products. Don't get me wrong; these products are great. They're innovative. They're for the future. But I'm telling you, like I told you last week, and literally less than a week, we start seeing a shitload of problems with graphics cards. And the specific graphics card is the RTX 3080. Now, I bring this up, okay? And I told you guys, if you pre-ordered it, you're going to regret it. I told you if you pre-order the PlayStation, you're going to regret it. I get that they
Come on, Nvidia.
I get that PlayStation botched their stuff. Okay, I would be PlayStation till I die, and maybe a little bit of Xbox, but
PC. What are you talking about?
PC.
Master Race.
I've got a PlayStation. Okay, I've mentioned it. I've got a PlayStation 2, 3, and 4. I would love to have a 1. God, I miss having a PlayStation 1. I've got a Nintendo Switch. That thing's pretty great too. I've got my PCs. And you're like, damn, boy, you must be rich. No, I bought this over time. The fact is, the only time I've actually pre-ordered something and it worked out for me was Kingdom Hearts 3.
I pre-ordered Black Ops 1. After that, no more.
Ooh. So I pre-ordered Kingdom Hearts 3. I pre-ordered it because it's not an online game, necessarily. Okay, I bought it. Pre-ordered it. Got a legendary special edition, whatever they called it. But I pre-ordered it. Good news is, didn't have any problems with it. Still don't have any problems with it. But after reviews on other items, like the whole fiasco with Anthem, and if you guys remember Anthem, that was horrifying. I've never been more ashamed of a gaming company in my entire life than when I got Anthem. I got Anthem even before the reviews were out. I got it. Everyone had pre-ordered it. 2 days later, I bought it. And literally, I'm not joking, the next day, I returned it. I literally returned that game the next day. Why? Because it was a joke. That game was a problem. And everyone else realized it was a problem. Some people loved it because they were fixing stuff. No, the fact of the matter is, don't pre-order your shit. Ever.
Ever.
Do not. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you want to do it for a review channel. I mean, if you got the money to do it, do it. If you're doing it for a review and gonna, do all the tests that the people didn't do on it, go for it. But I'm telling you right now, it is a mistake to pre-order anything. I told you guys that last podcast. I'm telling you that now. So some of the things we can go over on how Nvidia fucked up was so EVGA. Okay, they've confirmed, right, that on the RTX 3080 cards, the capacitors on them caused the crashing, and they caused a bunch of crashes. So The capacitor, this is from PC Gamer, which I like to kind of stay on top with them. Capacitor issues could be contributing to factory overclocked RTX 3080 card crashing and instability. That's horrible. That's gosh. Let me go ahead and go through an increasingly volume of scattered reports. So, here and there are identifying crashes associated with factory overclocked NVIDIA GTX, GeForce RTX graphics cards. So, Tom's Hardware has identified a statement from EVGA that seems to confirm that a specific type of capacitor could be contributing factor in these crashes. A previous report by websites Igor's Labs cited capacitors as the likely culprit behind crashes, instability, and black screens. I'm not even finished with this yet. If you haven't figured it out by now, don't pre-order. I know I keep saying it, but I'm going to continue to say it. Do not pre-order, especially graphics card or a console. EVGA statement says the engineers were doing quality control on the new cards when they found that a specific 6 capacitor configuration cannot pass the real-world applications testing. The replacement of some of the capacitors called POS caps, so POS-CAPS, with a larger number of alternate MLCC capacitors fixed the problem. This is why the EVGA GeForce RTX 3080 for the Win 3 series was delayed at launch, EVGA says. Rumors of problems with some 3080 cards began to circulate earlier in the week, and now increasing numbers of reports on forums and Reddit have appeared. Okay, this is from today. Okay, this is from today. So today's technically Sunday when I'm recording this. I got this report today. Okay. All right. So those issues have been mostly traced to overclocked cards, as manually lowering the clocking seemed to fix the problem. Most of those cards are using all POS cap construction, and the EVGA report seems to indicate that problems were prevalent when their own designs used all POS cap construction. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say it again. Do not pre-order.
Please, for your own sake.
For the love of God or whoever you praise in your own time, or whoever, or even just the universe. I don't fucking care. Okay? Don't pre-order. It's a waste of time and money. And unless you're a review channel, and you're a tech channel that breaks stuff down, which I would love to be at some point in time, maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll find out. We should have a few videos coming out, by the way. Just saying. Don't pre-order. Say it with me. If you're watching this right now, okay, go ahead, give us a thumbs up. Right now, I want to get up to 20 likes. Okay, that's not that hard. Okay, it's not that hard. There's 41 of you. Okay, not that hard. 20 likes. Comment below and tell me, do not pre-order. I want to see that in the comments. Okay, I want all 20 of you to comment that. All right. Make sure to share this with friends, family, whoever, social medias. Would really appreciate it. Helps us out. Helps you out. If you like what we do, if you like the podcast, all that fun stuff. Anyways, back on to our article here. Tom's Hardware is clear that this may not be the origin of the issue. So they quote, "There's still the outside chance that this issue isn't entirely related to the capacitors. NVIDIA's Ampere cards," I think I said that right, Ampere cards?
Ampere, yeah.
Yeah, so have higher power supply requirements than previous gen cards, and the drivers are still in the early stages of widespread use, end quote. You can read a full explanation of the issues, blah, 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 on Tom's Hardware. So, woosah. Seriously. And the fact that at the end of that article, they go in to say, oh, yeah, the capacitors that we've been, replacing that seem to have been doing may have been the problem, seem to have fixed it. Yeah, that might actually not be the problem and it could become something completely different. That's horrifying to me. That you guys literally dropped the amount of money you could have used to get a brand new phone.
You dropped the soap on that one if you pre-ordered.
You dropped the soap in the middle of a prison bathroom with 20 other dudes named Bubba right behind you.
Yep, that's exactly what happened if you pre-ordered.
Picked it up and held your butthole open with one hand. Okay.
What?
I'm not even shitting you. That's literally what's happening right now.
Neither are they because they're holding it open. It's just flying out.
Oh my gosh. I'm just saying. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you it. Don't pre-order. Don't do it. Okay, just don't. Man, one hell of a time, huh? So, in other news, okay, I'm sure some of you who are either listening to this, you're probably like, yeah, I'm not a big tech fan, or hey, I don't know much about CPUs. But you come to the right place. I kind of know, I know a little bit about CPUs. I know enough to get me by in life and get me my potential job that I'm possibly getting a job at Monday. We'll find out. I worked at Google for a little while, so I should know a little bit, right? But we all know that the two biggest CPU competitors and people, businesses that we all go for is either AMD or Intel. Those are two of the biggest, CPU manufacturers in the world. And you're either Intel.
They pretty much got a duopoly on it.
Essentially, yeah. That's essentially what it is, which is double monopoly. But we know them. We know Intel from most of us growing up. Intel was what the majority of computers took. Why? Because they were great. They were really good processors. They did the job and then some. And then AMD came to fruition. It showed up. And it was cheap. And everyone was like, man, it's much cheaper. Let's go and get it. Then they're like, oh my god, this is horrible. A couple generations later, and AMD is outperforming Intel. Intel was the pinnacle of CPU performance. Now they are no longer the pinnacle, and they have not been since 5th generation AMD.
Well, okay, so
I would say Ryzen 5 and up, okay? Which I guess I would call it. It is 5th generation, yeah?
AMD?
Yeah. Or are they pulling a Samsung on us and it's not 5th generation, it's 4th generation?
So it's different architecture. I think it's still... No, I think it's a 3rd gen.
Is it still under 3rd gen?
Yeah, they're not very high.
I'm gonna look.
The Ryzen 5, it's a Zen 1 Plus architecture, I think, so that'd be a 2nd gen. 2nd gen Ryzen chip.
So Ryzen 3rd generation is more than just mid-range and top end. Okay, so Ryzen 5 is under the 3rd generation.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I misspoke. My brain's not working. It's late. But since 3rd generation AMD, okay, since the Ryzen 5, let's go with that. Ryzen 5 AMD. AMD processor. The processor that was garbage because it was cheap and everyone's like, yeah. It is now...
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's outperforming Intel. And we've had Intel forever. Intel was the pinnacle. Everyone loved Intel. Intel did great. It was expensive, and we knew what we were getting. But now, roll into AMD. We're looking at AMD processors now, and they're outperforming Intel. They're cheaper than Intel. They multitask better than Intel.
That's where they perform better. I wouldn't say they perform better overall, but their multitasking scores are higher by a lot.
Like the majority of the time, they're outperforming Intel in a lot of areas, which is not good. Now, Intel still has some feet up. Intel will always have a foot up in some areas for now. And then you're thinking, you know what? Intel's great. What other things would have Intel in it? And you're thinking, let's look here. Electrical vehicle that uses a brain, needs a great CPU. You got to be using Intel. Got to be using Intel. Let's look at the Tesla, right? They've got to be using Intel. No, they're not using Intel. They're using AMD. Why? Because it's cheaper, and it does what it does. It's performing better for them than Intel. And you're thinking, it's a car, it's nothing. Okay, those cars are literal like supercomputers. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Those things get like constant updates.
You need the multitasking performance, and that's where you go AMD.
They're getting their multitasking performance. They're getting constant updates every week. So yeah, what do you want me to tell you? Like, that's just happening. So now we go to a company, and I'm going to be completely honest. I have never heard of this company before in my entire life. ARM is the CPU company.
Yeah.
ARM. I've never heard of this company. I will be honest. I've literally never heard of this company before.
Mobile phones run on the ARM architecture. I remember it was a huge deal when Apple finally switched to ARM 64.
Qualcomm and everything, they're under. Are they under ARM?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's why.
I believe so.
Let me look.
Because I know Apple before they switched to their own BS, they were running on a ARM 16 or ARM 32 with Qualcomm and equivalent type processors.
I'm looking here. Yeah, never mind. I guess I am dumb, and I did know what ARM was, probably because I'm into computer, CPUs that I'm used to talking about, which is AMD and Intel, and I'm not thinking about what company owns the Qualcomm and Snapdragon processors that are going into phones. It's ARM, okay? It's ARM. I don't know if they've been in the PC business for a while. Maybe they have, and I'm just dumb and didn't know. But they're saying right now that they want to obliterate Intel and AMD with, and you're gonna be spit taking this, with a 192 core CPU.
Okay. Where do I buy it, and how much is it?
So this article from let me go back. Messed up. Tech Radar Pro. ARM has provided an update roadmap on its Neoverse platform, first unveiled back in 2019, setting out more, to what's come. Okay, current Neoverse N1 design reach 128 cores and 128 threads, while future N2 products are expected to cement that design while significantly improving on the other metrics. Focusing on the pure performance at any cost, ARM Neoverse N2 designs will surely make Intel and AMD sit up and take notice, basically nut up and shut up. Built on a 5 nanometer node, Perseus will offer up to 192 cores with a 350 watt TDP, rivaling and potentially surpassing EPYC and Xeon in key categories. Those are server CPUs, and they're massive. Holy hell, are they massive? They're literally 2 CPUs in one. They're huge, and they're badass.
Okay, they're server CPUs. That makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah. So, but nonetheless, still, that's insane. That's a lot. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it is.
No, that's a massive. That you could literally run everything off of it. Like your entire server could probably run off that.
I swear to God, in like the next 10 years, people are gonna be running supercomputers in their house, and it's gonna be cheaper than a car.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Linus Tech Tips.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
Shout out
I've
to
seen
them.
his server room in some of his videos.
His server room
It's
is
just
sexy.
one room. It's one room,
I love his
but
server room,
you
dude.
could literally compute so much data in a split second.
Oh, dude, I remember him breaking down his server room and having to reset it up. And, oh God, it was great.
Oh, feels bad when his servers died.
Oh, dude, it did. It it literally like hit a part of my soul. I was like, oh no, no, there's no way, right? Yeah, no, that was, oh man, that was killer, dude. But it was badass though. And he built servers for a few people, other tech people who he's friends with. God, I can't remember him. I actually follow a good portion of tech, tech stuff. Jerry rigs everything.
I love Jerry.
Oh, it's great. Those teardowns are awesome. So I follow a few. I'm not gonna sound racist, but you can call me that if you want to, I guess, at this point. But I follow one guy that he did a server set up for. Forgive me, but I can't remember his name. But he's a black dude, cool as hell. Love his videos. They're great. I'm gonna see if I can't find him real quick in my subscriptions. I should be able to, right? I mean, I haven't seen a video from him in a fat minute. So
you know who else I like?
What's that?
I like Bitwit.
Oh, Bitwit's great.
And Dawid Does Tech.
I don't think I know that one.
He's I don't know. He's either from the UK or Australia. It's hard to tell with his accent, but he's pretty cool, and he does the most unnecessary thing. He reminds me a lot of Linus Tech Tips if Linus lived in the Down Under.
Down Under. God, I'm going through like other stuff to see if I even have him on my other stuff, dude. I can't remember. I don't remember his name, and that actually makes me uncomfortable.
You can't remember the black guy's name? Wow.
Yeah, sounds a bit racist. I can remember my friend's name, Kari. What's up? Shout out to Kari. He's great.
The bear.
And my other friend, Keith. He's black. Doesn't sound like it, but he is.
Man, I haven't seen Keith in forever.
Dude. Oh, I miss Keith. I talked to him a little while ago, like a couple days ago. Man, it's been a fat minute since I've seen him. God bless, dude. It was great. I'm actually going to see if I can't find him. But there's quite a few I know someone that I like and I watch a lot, and I can't remember his name, and all I can remember is that he's black. Yeah, sounds like a great fucking fan to me, dude. Holy shit.
You're a piece of shit.
Dude, it makes me sound so damn bad. I'm just thinking to myself, I just want to throw myself into it.
This guy I used to watch all the time, and I really liked his videos. He's black. That's all I remember.
Oh, another one is Everything Apple Pro. That one's amazing. He does great. He does a lot of Apple stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm not an Apple fan, and I never will be. Okay? I was a long time ago when I was a kid. But I'm not an Apple fan. Never will be. But damn.
I don't like him because, like, if he does, like, say he does a review that's Apple versus Android, he's too biased.
Yeah, I would agree with that one.
I can't, if I'm going to watch a review or something like that, I don't want bias in it, and there's going to be bias if his name's Everything Apple Pro.
I mean, he's done some stuff with Android, but yeah, he's been solidly biased.
Watch his daily driver be an Android.
It is. Oh wait.
Oh, is it actually?
I don't think so. No, I think he was thinking. I think he was thinking about it during like the S10 series stuff was going on and the S20 stuff. He was really thinking about going to Android. I was like, dude, you should.
Have you seen Jerry Rig Everything's newest video?
What's it going on?
It's a new LG. I don't remember the name of it, but you remember the Sidekick from T-Mobile?
Yeah.
It's basically like that, but with touchscreens.
Really?
I think it's called the Wing, maybe? Hold on, let me look it up. I'm pretty sure it's the Wing.
Is it the Microsoft phone?
No, it's LG.
Is it?
Yeah.
Interesting. I do still feel like an asshole for saying.
You should.
Hey. Saying, hey, he's black. I really loved him. Can't remember his name.
That's all I know.
I think it's probably because it was like one letter for the first name and something else. Shit, I can't remember. Holy hell. I feel like an asshole. I fucking hate myself. You know what? I'm gonna go through I'm gonna go through Linus Tech Tip videos because I know he was in there. Oh god, that's so bad.
You are horrible.
I know. Oh my god.
Okay, so I just sent you a picture. Check your phone. Of the LG Wing.
Oh shit. Yeah, that one? Really?
Yeah.
He did a teardown on that one? How good was that?
So, did he do a teardown? What did he do?
Did he test it?
I don't. Yeah, no. I'm pretty. Yeah, he did a teardown. He didn't. They specifically asked for no durability test at the moment.
Oh really?
Because it's not a released product yet, but
So
they gave him.
Is it a developer's like stage?
Yeah, they gave him a prototype.
Okay.
They're on one of their final designs, but they wanted him to do a teardown and give his honest opinion about build quality. Because if you're gonna get unbiased, jerry rig everything. Like, he doesn't like Apple, but at the same time, he's still unbiased.
Yeah, he sticks with Android.
Yeah, he sticks with Android, but if there's a good iPhone that comes out, he's like, this is a good phone.
And he'll definitely call him out for like lies, like when they did the like sapphire shit.
Fire. Oh my.
The sapphire on the back of the or on your shit. What's it called? Camera.
Camera. Yeah.
The camera out. They said it was sapphire, and he scratched and he goes, huh? Like
Apple's special blend.
They're like, oh, it's a mixture of glass and sapphire, and he scratches again. And he goes, no.
No, it's just glass.
Definitely not. Still glass.
Did you watch his video about the Sapphire Apple Watch?
Oh my god, dude, that's so dumb. It was not sapphire. Oh my god,
a $1,300 Apple Watch, and it's not even sapphire. Get out of here, Apple.
They lied, dude.
It's a money grab, is all it is at this point.
And they're like, oh no, we didn't lie. It has sapphire in it. It's not pure sapphire. It's got sapphire in it. He's like, no, it's glass.
The problem is that it doesn't matter if Apple's doing a money grab or not. People are still gonna buy it.
Yeah, people are. That's like with their PCs, their towers. Oh my god, dude.
The $50,000 Mac Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd rather buy a house. Thanks.
Yeah, you can buy a computer cheaper than what they sell. You could literally build your own computer out, state of the art, brand new shit all the way around. Maybe spend $5,000 on it if you want top tier everything. Yeah. Sorry, you get top tier everything, right? Build your own for $5,000, and the base model for that computer is $5,000.
Have you had Wolf in the podcast before?
No, I have not.
Okay, so we've got a buddy. We were actually just talking to him in the group chat a minute ago. His name's Zach, and he is talking about how he doesn't care about tech because today's new thing is going to be obsolete tomorrow.
He posted that. He posted that, and I'm like, I don't fucking care. It's a goddamn podcast. Just listen to
I'm going to entirely disagree because things like my graphics card that I was running before this one was released in 2014, and I was using it in 2020 playing Call of Duty just fine.
See,
it's not obsolete. It's just not the best anymore. Obsolete and not the best is
two different things. Because I'm gonna tell you what, my setup for my gaming PC will last me at least 10 to 15 years, or at least maximum probably of 10 years. Because I got a 2070 Super in here. I got a Ryzen 9. I got 32 gigs of RAM. I don't need much more than what I got. Okay.
But can it play Minesweeper?
Well, I don't fucking know, dude. I swear. I know it'll probably might have a better time playing Oregon Trail. But no, like, damn, I'm having to go through stuff that's like a year ago to find his video, dude. That makes me.
You're determined,
dude. I am determined to find it because I don't want to be looked at and be like, "Oh my god,
Baby Cthulhu's a racist.
Baby Cthulhu's a racist." I said it was black, but couldn't remember his name. Just like, well, I can tell you one other black guy who's actually Indian, technically not black. Super Saf. He does great reviews on tech stuff. I like to watch his quite a bit too. I mean, Linus Tech Tips will always take the crown on that. But Linus, Jerry Rig Everything, Super Saf, Apple Pro everything Apple Pro, whatever. Yeah, they're okay. He's definitely quite biased. And there's a couple things where he wasn't so biased before.
I've seen some unbiased videos from him, but for the most part, it's biased, and I just can't handle that.
Yeah. Like, I'll never be an Apple fan. Never. I was a long time ago when I was a kid, but no, I'll never be an Apple fan for many reasons. But I will never, when they do something good, I will totally give them praise for doing something good. Like, one thing that I will give them praise for is their ecosystem. Their ecosystem is solid. I mean, that shit is spot on. It's great.
Tim Apple.
But Samsung's getting up there, and so is Android, and their wonderful little community they're building with their connectivity and everything. So I mean, yeah, I'll give them praise for that. I'll give them praise, where it's due. Okay, where it is due, they will get it. Where it's not, they definitely won't. They will get dogged on pretty hard.
Since we're on the subject of Apple and credit where it's due, and dogged on when it's not. Have you checked the prices for any of their watch bands?
Fuck me, no, I haven't.
Okay,
go to Walmart and look at the Fitbit watch bands and just assume it goes on that one.
Right. So it has to be for the specific watch, right? So, right. And they've got 4 different sizes of watch going from, or more than that, 5 I think, going from 38 to 44 millimeter. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it's massive.
Right.
But so
because I have a 44 millimeter watch, it's massive.
Yeah,
it's huge on my hand.
So
I think it was
an Apple Watch band, a genuine Apple Watch band. One that's like a Rolex style type metal wristband. At Walmart, $25 naturally. Yeah. From Apple, $600.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. For some chain link metal, $600.
$600 that you can spend on buying an older iPhone.
That you could spend on buying a newer Android that's actually good.
Oh my god, that is insane. I really hope. I know this is. I don't want to talk about political stuff, and we're not going to be doing that crazy stuff. But there's one thing that I'm okay with talking about it because it's not technically political. Okay, it's definitely a tech news. But man, right to repair needs to go through.
Yeah,
that needs to be a thing because that is outrageous. People aren't taking your intellectual property. That is their argument. That if we give them right to repair, and they get to buy equipment or make third-party items, they're taking our intellectual property. No, if they're making their own items and it's not exactly like the one that you have, and it's maybe slightly different, materials different, or it's just different in any way, it's not your intellectual property. Okay, people want stuff and they want it cheaper, and they don't want to get screwed over on a fucking watch band or
hey, I'll be right
PC
back.
part. Okay, you're good. So it's absolutely insane that anyone would want to spend $600 on a watch band. That's insane. I'm not down for that. I don't think anyone is. Wow. Like I said, this is not a political podcast. We don't talk about political stuff. And this technically isn't political because it's like with the whole Epic thing in Apple, which now there's a whole coalition, which I'm not even going to go over today because I don't even have enough information on it to kind of explain what's going on. But there's a bunch of stuff going on, and Apple's about to be some heavy water. Okay, let's just say that the least. But I'm telling you, man, the right to repair needs to be a thing because it's not just computers. Okay, it's a whole thing. Even with Tesla. Okay, there's a dude that literally goes and buys, busted up Teslas and stuff super cheap, scavenges the parts from them that work, and then scrap the rest that doesn't. So batteries, headlights, steering wheel, your display, literally, pretty much whatever parts you can find, tires, rims, body parts, trunk, hood, fenders, whatever, seats. He does that. That's what he does, and I think he's gotten in trouble a couple times, and they've tried to sue him for it. But he's like, no, it's literally your parts, and they're just paying me to fix it, and I'm fixing it. So I mean, he just scavenges the parts, sells it for cheaper, and does the repair for people who drive a Tesla. So I mean, it's not like, it's nothing crazy, nothing crazy. You guys are wondering, why are you rambling on? Well, one, Coda had to go for a second. Not sure why.
No, I didn't.
Okay, he's back.
Got him.
I about shit myself. Anyway, so he disappeared and came back and didn't say anything, asshole, until after I mentioned it. But also, my ass is still scrolling through Linus Tech Tip videos to find him. Dude, I feel like an asshole.
Buddy.
Dude, I legitimately feel racist because I can't remember his name. And I guarantee you, after this podcast is over, one of his videos is going to pop up.
Yep. Oh, that's how it's going to happen. That's how it always happens.
Found it! Sorry.
Same.
3 years ago. I had to go to a video for 3 years ago. Holy shit. Damn. I thought I was. I could have swore I was subscribed to this dude. Oh my god, that makes me uncomfortable. His name is Marquise Brownlee. MKBHD.
MKBHD, yes, sir.
Marquise Brownlee. He is solid
You
when it comes
piece
to
of shit.
Dude, I feel like one and I hate it. Oh my god. But no,
So, anyway, yeah. So I went ahead, before I left, I went ahead and looked up Apple's prices for watch bands. Just a basic silicone strap is $50.
oh my god.
Woven, they call it recycled yarn interwoven with silicone. Yeah, sure, it's fucking yarn. Is $100.
Oh my god. Oh
That's
my
the
god.
same thing. That's not a bad price for that one, actually. Shockingly.
Really? Shockingly? What was the price?
Okay. It was $50, but it was actual woven nylon.
Jeez.
Leather, $100, and it's not real leather, it's Apple. Come on. And if you want to add a special watch band, or not a special to the leather, if you want to add a special buckle, it's an extra $50.
Oh my god. Yeah, like I said, Apple will get what it's due when it's due. Okay.
Thanks, Tim Apple.
Yeah, thanks to Apple. And they do a lot of crazy things. Anyways, guys, hey, if you haven't already, it'll be in the description. Okay, I'm gonna have a link to it. But if you haven't already, go get yourself some Raze energy drink. Use my discount code. It's 15% off. It helps you, helps me. We both get what we want. Energy, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 artificial colors. No
Just
crashing,
0.
Just 0, okay? It is solid. All right. They don't have just energy drinks. They got a bunch of other stuff, and that's why I'm giving you the link to their website, because they have a shitload of stuff to go to. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit there. Discount code will be in the description. Put that in, get you 15% off at checkout. Anyways, guys, hey, it was a good one. It was fun. Dakara, who is also Jehovah Thickness, he's also on Twitch. We'll have him going up. His link will be in the description as well. So, Dakota, it was good. It was fun.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, guys, have a good night, evening, day, whatever it is that you people do. I don't know what time it is for you. Peace out.